Well, hello guys, hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okie dokie, so a few of you have been asking me about my gift, why I'm so psychic and things. So I thought I'd do something different and well, let's see why I'm so psychic. Let's talk to the universe and have a look what they've got to say. Yeah, who knows? Okay, so how did I become so psychic? So I couldn't escape it. And I didn't give up as well. Okay, so some people you know, like think they're psychic, but then that's all they do about it. They just think it and then basically give up, don't they? Well, I never gave up at all. There's another thing here, saying couldn't walk away. So when I was born 3 months premature. I was 2 pounds 2 ounces in 1975. So I was what you call a miracle baby. I was actually in hospital, I think, for 6 months, and I was so tiny. My dad said you could fit me in the palm of his hands, you know. Can you imagine that? I can't. But I was born with some difficulties. I was deaf. I was my hips was displaced. They hadn't been able to form properly, obviously, because I was born at 6 months. So that left me with problems, and so yeah, deaf and couldn't hardly walk. Was, you know, needed help, and they was going to operate, but they decided against it and said that as I got older, hopefully my hips would open up. So I obviously had those difficulties, which probably made me have a lot of empathy with others and caring for others as well. Can you imagine? Honestly, I was segregated in school in primary days. We used to have a deaf unit, and that's where you used to do your work on computers. And I had a bloody box of an hearing aid that used to hang from my neck. So yeah, if I wasn't falling over, I couldn't frigging understand what you were saying to me. But things got better. Things got better. I'm still profoundly deaf. I have to have the TV on 100. I've got a loud voice because I don't know how loud I'm talking. And a couple of years ago, I went back to get some hearing aids, and the rustle of a piece of paper I'd never heard before. The brushing your hair, I didn't even know that made a noise. So I think that's you know, was a good thing. Let's have a look then. Was I born psychic? It was very clear, okay, when I was a child, that I had a gift of some sort, that things I knew, things I predicted, and this could be like I was in a past life as well. I don't believe I was in a rush to get down here for some reason, and yeah, but that's certainly showing me memories and stuff. Also, though, what I need to say is I can see what looks to me like a gravestone with flowers. So when I was a bin, I used to we didn't live too far from a graveyard, and I used to pass it to cut through to my grandma's. Oh, I love my grandma. I love her. So I used to cut through and do that. And as I'd pass, I would make up stories about people who was passed over. I used to tidy up the graves. I used to distribute flowers as well. I used to take away the old ones. Occasionally, I dragged my brother, but he wasn't really interested as much as me. And so, yeah, what a funny place to hang out, but I did. I also went to church. And I remember when we moved house, I must have been about seven or eight. And I'd been going to church and I loved it. I started off, it was Sunday school. I used to go there for something to do. I used to drag my brother there as well. And I don't remember. Apparently, I don't know, somebody had said something to my brother. And I said, well, what are you saying that to him for? He only comes for the chocolate. He only comes for the chocolate. So that's us, me and him, prattling about and doing all sorts. So yeah, I was a caring person, and even then, I remembered stuff. There was, I remember a story in my head where I had a sister. I don't have a sister in this life, but I had a sister there, and we was on like a trap cart, like, where you go on a farmer's field. And so there was, I sensed that I was living on a farm and helping my dad, and I used to sit on the edge and just dangle my legs with my sister, and yeah, that's what I remember. So that was a past life. So why use tarot? Why was I drawn to tarot? Like anybody, I think when you're going through difficult times, there was, up until I was about 10 years old, there was a lot of violence, getting put in homes and foster homes and children's homes and all stuff like that. So I will have been drawn to it because I wanted to feel better. So obviously I've used the tarot when things have gone wrong and you want to know things and if things will get better. I didn't actually start using the tarot until I was either 14, 15. My mum bought me the cards. But in that 10 years, I've noticed when I got angry, I would say things and then it would happen. And people used to get freaked out about this as well, trying to, care for my mum at times. Very caring I was very caring, there's no doubt about it. I always thought of other people. When my mum looked sad, I used to, she was probably, she was bipolar, but obviously we didn't know. They called it manic depression, and she also had borderline personality disorder, and that mixture just isn't great. She was very unstable at times and, couldn't cope. I'm saying that she was in pain as well, a lot of pain. So, yeah, I think I kind of used my gift like that. I remember my mum saying to me a few times, that what I'd said was what people couldn't have known, and family members as well. So I had a friend called Emma McGee. I used to do tea parties with her. I was only young, and she, obviously no one else could see her, but I could. I didn't see her physically, I just knew she was there, and we'd talk a lot, and we'd have fun in the garden, and she'd get me into trouble. She was young, she was probably the same age as me. That was in a certain house, and there was a lot going on, so I think, you get a split in your psyche. And that's probably where it was all coming from. So I don't know. Yeah, I think it was born out of maybe pain. And no one wants a psychic reading when everything is going well. They don't need it. They're happy and content, and a lot of people I've read for are often. You get 5% that are maybe curious, but 95%, want to understand things better. And it was my mum who bought me the cards, and I tell you now, from that day forth, I never, ever stopped reading. There was never a day in my life that I haven't picked up those cards. And it's odd really, because when I played in an orchestra and I played the French horn, and I got good at it, but they sent me to playing the, what is it, youth harmonic orchestra, and I hated it. I didn't want to be. I got stage fright. I couldn't bear it. It used to give me nightmares. It ruined me for that. But again, you know, you practice something and you get very good at it, you know. And I think that's what happened with the cards as well. What am I meant to do with my gift, you know? What am I meant to be doing with it? Enlightening people, you know, and bringing happiness and connecting, you know, the spirit world to this world as well, and being carefree about it. I mean, there's you know, I could go on and on and on about how what readings I've done and how amazing some of them was. I always feel enlightened as well. I feel like I've been taught a lot of the years. I did used to travel in my 20s with a group called Psychic International. Went all over the UK, and I was really good at it. But I had a young child, and I found it difficult to do both. You know, I was a single parent, so it was, while I was doing good work, I just felt guilty about my son. So that's why I kind of knocked the travelling on the head. But I used to read at markets, and my son loved it. He absolutely loved it. We used to go all over, and I'd read anywhere, for anyone, anytime. And he was just, he's proud of his mum for that. He's very proud of me. So I'm there to make, you know, other people happy, entertain as well, but not just be wasted on Harry and Meghan, but to help you guys too. How does the universe help me? I can spot a liar a mile off. I can. I know when there's something said that is not the truth. I can tell by, you know, from other people. I also as well can get a true measure of people, and in the past I've ignored my psychic ability and given the time of day, and then had my fingers badly burnt. So, you know, the truth is everything, isn't it? The truth. Can't tell lies. So it means if you get a reading from me, there may be things in there that you don't really want to know sometimes, but you're better off for knowing. You know, you're better off forearm. So I don't lie about what I see in cards, no matter what. I just have to tell the truth, you know. Say what I say, that's the motto. Say what you see. Isn't it amazing when somebody's telling you something and you're like, spirit's in your head or the universe is in your head, and But would I ever come out and call somebody a liar? No. I work in a different way. I've learnt to be very subtle about things and not just, you know, be brash and say, well, actually, that's full of shit. You know, I go about things in a different way. What was it like for me being a toddler with a gift? There was a lot of people drinking around me. What was it like for me being a toddler? So you got the 3 and then less than 3, so a toddler, yeah, maybe 2, 3. I don't actually have any memories of my childhood. I know it's weird, but even my brothers say things to me and I'm like, oh right, oh no. My brother sent me a picture of me, apparently was in the paper with our school dinner lady when we was very, very young. 6, 7. I didn't even recognise myself. He said, can you spot us? I said, no. He had to point it out. It's actually I never knew I used to have my hair like that. That's all I'll say. So I think everything was delayed and less of the psychic ability. I was just learning how to walk and talk, and so it would have meant that it was delayed. The full effect, the celebration would have been come later. So did my family ever notice anything odd about me and my gift? I used to say things over and over again, so absolutely, definitely, they noticed, it was like, and what I'd say would pay off or come true, even though I was very, very young. And certainly with my brother, the Shane mate, with my brother, I was able to say things as well. He always used to come to me for advice, especially if it was out to do with girlfriends and stuff. I think by then, when I was 7, everybody knew I could see things. And Emma McGee, my friend, I remember my dad and my brother going on the stairs and putting a sheet over the head and saying, "Oh, Emma McGee." And I'd go, "Well, don't be silly, that's not hair. She doesn't look like that." I don't know. It was bad. I tell you what, between 7 and 9, something's occurring in me, which is quite powerful. We moved house one time. Oh my God. Can't believe I'm telling you this. So I was in my bedroom. My mum sent me to tidy my room. It was quite tidy anyway, but she sent me up with the hoover. So I went upstairs, thought I plugged the hoover in, and I heard them say my name. They said my name. It was like the hoover was on, and they said my name. I have to say, I ran screaming down the stairs, frightening my mother to death. And I was like, guess what I said? "The Hoover's talking to me." The Hoover wasn't even plugged in. I just couldn't believe it. I've never forgot that, but obviously I actually, nearly shit myself. I was that scared. My nana tried getting into bed with me a few weeks after she died. That scared me as well. I could smell her, and I could feel her. When I used to be young, I'd go and sleep at her house, and she'd cuddle me to sleep and everything. And she did the same, and I just said, "Nana, you're scaring me." And I'd turn round. I dare not turn round. I think I was about 18 at that point as well. What was it like for me growing up psychic? Some things would surprise me or shock me, but not a lot. Not a lot, because I just used to have that. But it was always bad stuff as well. That I thought was following me about. So it was no surprise. Every now and again, I did shock people and shock myself as well. I did. But other than that, it didn't truly unsettle my life. I think it made me a better person. I was more forgiving, very patient. Yeah, I think that's what they said. Nothing really surprised me, apart from the nana bit. But even then, nothing was a surprise, and I was always checking and trying to change, negative aspects in my life. It was tough going sometimes. It was tough going, but I didn't like. I wouldn't say I shocked people in a nasty way. However, I will say, when I started to go drinking and out with my mates and stuff like that, it would get the better of me. So I was either, there's nothing worse than a drunk psychic, I can tell you now. Absolutely not. And there's nothing even worse than an angry drunk psychic. But you learn, don't you? You know, you learn, and so it was. I was learning to take control of it. Who was my main influence then as a psychic and my guide? Who was it? Who was guiding me? Well, you've got divine intervention, you know. You've got somebody there helping me to balance it out, balance the good with the bad, the good with the bad. You know, some psychics and tarot readers do nothing but bring just bad news, you know, and pick up on that. But it was actually, it was me and them. You seen all them stars? All them stars? Well, that's the universe. And as well, they weren't ready to show me everything. They wasn't ready to show. They've sort of like spoon-fed me in a way. And they've always tried to keep me neutral, but there was times when I've gone too light and good and caring, and then there's been too dark and negative as well. So I just believe that yeah, they're there, but it's ultimately they give me the gift, and the ability, and what I've done with it is down to me. Do I have anyone supporting me in the spirit world? You know, is anybody coming around me at all? Absolutely. You know, the universe has a plan for me. Look at that. You know, I'm either teaching or training something. Teaching and training, and yes, it's as if I'm going fully into my own. It takes a long time for a good psychic to become good, confident, balanced. You know, every ingredient in my life has to be right. So there's a big plan for me. There definitely is a bigger picture, bigger plan. And I've got a woman there as well. I do have Nana in spirit. But I have more than that. So yeah, there is somebody there for me, making sure I'm not making sure actually, just giving me the opportunities, you know, to come forward. I mean, this social media and reading on YouTube is something else. You could have never have witnessed my true gift unless you was in a packed audience. Whereas now, you know, you can see things that I say, and most things I say don't come true. Some are immediately, some take the time. There's a plan for me. There's a plan. How is there's a team. Sorry, I've got a team. I always know that though, because like I see things in the corner of my eye, and the other night I said, who's here? And it was a bloke. So I pulled a card and got the Emperor, a male. And I was thinking, oh my God. So could be a grandfather. I checked, I've got three dads, so stepdad, biological father, and father who brought me up, who is my real father. So I checked with them. I thought, oh, somebody passed. Anyway, they was all right. I was so relieved. Okay, how is my mediumship skills? I've always spoken to the dead. So we've got we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So it's saying that I'm not working strictly on mediumship because I class myself as a psychic and I can connect. But as for being like, you know, these famous mediums, that's not me. There's a difference between psychic and mediumship. So they're connecting, you know, they're talking to you as a medium, they're talking to you about what's going on now. Whereas as a psychic, I'm able to pick up on things, predict the future. It just amazes me, you know, and there's a question. If I'm predicting the future, does that actually mean the future's already written, you know? And I ain't worked it out, truly. I haven't. That'll be my next step to discover. I don't know. I don't know everything. Okay. Have I lived before? Have I had past lives before? Oh, many. I've been rich, I've been poor, I've been good, I've been bad. I've been a man. I've been a snake. I've been a ghost. I've lived in big houses. I've lived in poor houses. Absolutely, I have. Absolutely. Why did I choose to come back and get in so early? I mean, I was in a bloody rush, wasn't I? 6 months at that time of the years is just astounding. So, you know, why did I rush to come back again? Because I liked it. I couldn't wait, you know, it doesn't matter what you've been through in this life, you can't wait to do it again. You get over there and you find out what it's all about, and it's like, come on. And I went charging in. Look at me, I went charging in. And as well, I'm a Pisces, and this is a water sign as well. I loved horses. Well, that's funny, because in this life, I don't like them, but I've never ridden one. Well, I don't think I have anyway. No, I don't think so. But yeah, here we go, charging in. I love this life, apparently. Even when you think you don't, you do. Oh, and I was here to spread a message, to spread the word and spread messages as well. Knight of Cups is also a messenger of sorts as well. So that's funny, because that's everything to do with psychic as well. And the last card, okay, I'm building a legacy. All these videos aren't for you. I know they are, but they're not. They're for when I die, that my children can just hop on a video and find out that I've mentioned them once or twice, or, you know, a sense of humour or advice that I've given others that they could be comforted by. And that's what it's all about for me. So it's leaving a legacy. So last card, okay. Oh, basically, not before, but after my death, I want to be known as one of the greatest psychics of our time, okay? So, will I? Well, that don't look good, does it? Jesus. That doesn't look good. I'm getting a man you can't trust, a man you can't trust, a man you can't trust. Somebody who's going to take vengeance as well. Oh, right, okay. So the only way I can become the greatest psychic of our time is by being on YouTube. So I've had warnings from universe saying, you know, you will be, you could be kicked off. So I will at some point be doing and opening a second channel, but it'll have to be different, you know. It'll have to be very different. So the only people who are going to, you know, obviously it's the subject that I read on. So I'm getting a man that I can't trust. He could be an obstacle, because your videos just disappear as well, don't they? And you're locked out. So that gives me some thought. So if it's only that stopping me, then I still have potential. I still have potential. So it's something that concerns me, this, and I will be looking into it. Okay, you've got the online patent bill, and you've got the Meghan and Harry jumping in and everything. So yeah, I'm just looking here about somebody who's going to take vengeance. Revenge, you know, it's just revenge. It just means possibly getting kicked off YouTube. So we'll see. I'll have to start working on that and maybe upload elsewhere, you know. Should I be uploading on other social media platforms to protect myself? just gets worse. The Six of Swords, well, that's going off somewhere, and that's going nowhere. So, well, I don't know what that means then. You know, somebody doing a video on me or stuff like that, trying to upset me. But no, I have faith in the universe, and all that matters to me is what my children think and feel about me. So, yeah, we'll see. Okie dokie. Oh well, that was brilliant, and that's shit, isn't it? I'm well upset about that. I won't fester on it. I will think some more, and you know, forewarned is forearmed. Okay, guys, that's it from me, and I'll be back soon with another reading. Hope you've enjoyed that. Bye now. Bye bye.